Today we're playing Northwinds Peninsula Club. It's the Indian Lake Golf Course. It used to be the private course in Indian Lake. They changed it to public a few years ago. I won't hurt you.
Okay, Drew. Good ball.
Feeling it?
I am feeling it, actually.
I worked here for a little while. It's a great track. We chose to come here today because of this exact reason. This golf course has a lot of history. It's a really cool layout, and it's Arnold Palmer's first course he ever designed.
And he hits it perfect.
I will say, from what I remember from being out here, is don't play your favorite golf ball because it gets tight. Play something you don't mind losing.
I also said I was probably going to break 80, but any course that has Arnold Palmer's name even close to it, I don't think I've ever broken 90 at one of those courses. So,
so we're playing him for money today.
I just lost 10 shots in the first tee.
Oh, get down. Down.
Did you see that?
No.
Hit cart path, hit a tree, cart path, back in.
All right, you're safe. You're safe. We didn't go look for that one because there's people working on that house over there that I definitely hit.
My name's Tim Maurer. I'm the head golf professional. We like to tell everybody, obviously, it's Arnold's first golf course he ever designed. The back nine was actually his first design, and then he actually laid out the front nine on paper, and they actually cut it out. But it took him about 26 years to finish it.
Number 11 now was the initial.
That was the starting hole. There was a statue. It's still in one of the members' garages up here, but it took some weather damage and some balls hitting it. It's kind of all cracked up, but it's here.
So we saw the Palmer's Park in 2009.
That was 2009.
The dedication. Yeah. Indian Lake Golf Club, known as Arnie's first, Palmer Park. His famous quote, "I did it myself." In 1964, Latrobe native Arnold Palmer, already famous for his PGA Tour career, visited the newly designed Indian Lake Resort to explore the possibility of an 18-hole golf course on the peninsula. 2 years later, he met with developers who requested that he design and oversee the construction of a championship golf course at Indian Lake. Throughout the development of the course, Mr. Palmer would fly in, walk the land, create plans with narrow fairways, clear the land and hit balls to better understand how the holes would play. "I did it myself," he said of the Laurel Highlands design, located just 40 miles from his Pennsylvania hometown of Latrobe, PA. True to what become his signature characteristic, trees are found in the centers of our fairways. This monument sits at the base where a spectacular tree once stood, on the site of Arnold Palmer's first project in the original location of the Indian Lake Golf Course, hole number 1 in what will be forever known as Palmer Park. Distinguished as Arnold Palmer's very first design, it is only fitting that we honor the gentleman athlete, the player, the architect, the champion, the legend. The members will be forever grateful and dedicate Palmer Park at Indian Lake Golf Course in his honor.
Up here, I've really never met him, like I said, but at Laurel, he'd pop in a lot. And there was a member guest, I believe, and he had a little too much Kettle Ones, and he pulled me aside. And the member ties, everybody wears a pink jacket and a member tie, and he said, "I had this is the original member tie from 1959. And it wasn't even close, it was a Ralph Lauren. So, this
course is tossing my marbles. Should be on. We're putting.
Hardest hole in the course.
We got 470 into the wind, so.
Par 4.
Yeah, par 4. Is this number 1?
Gotta be the hardest hole in the course. This is my least favorite hole in the course.
This is the hardest.
Your landing area is like 20 yards.
Into the wind, not a big.
I think that wind's gonna save you.
Great shot. And a little left. It's swampy up there, so if you can't find it, drop.
If I can't find it, it's a drop.
I did see it bounce though.
Yeah.
Saved by weakness.
This is why.
So this, Arnold Palmer, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm sure a lot of people do, was a big fan of aviation. I mean, he has his own airport in Latrobe. And being that this is the first golf course he ever built, he decided to make this like an homage to that. And put a runway, literally, in the middle of the golf course. Hole number 14. And we got a runway going from here all the way down to here. Cool part about this was he had his own plane, obviously, because he flew. He would just show up here randomly through like the middle of like, in like just the middle of a day. He would just show up here randomly and just be like, I just want to check up on my first design. And he would fly his plane in here unannounced, park it, someone come out, pick him up with the golf cart, take him back to the clubhouse, and he would just say hi to everybody.
He came up just one day out of the blue with it's like 3 buddies from Latrobe, and they played. It was probably his last round here.
That's I thought they called this the Runway Hole because it was just straight and long, like a runway. But apparently, I didn't know this was here until about 6 months after I stopped working here. It's so crazy.
You have to hit it.
This might be
I'm not leaving until I hit a drive down this runway.
This might be the only golf course in America with the landing zone on it where you can just.
I mean, this is insane. That's pretty cool. Big bounce.
But when we first acquired this too, a guy by the name of Don Emery, he's the general manager of Bay Hill, he actually contacted us and he came up here personally and wanted to have a meeting with us. Kind of wants to be involved with us getting it back to, you know, where it used to be. It was a pretty prestigious place back in the late 90s. And if we ever get it to where their standards are, we could maybe do some kind of reciprocal thing with Bay Hill.
As bruised as I thought I would be for an Arnold Palmer course, but I mean, honestly, for a place that anybody can play, you can go play Arnold Palmer's first design. The only bad thing about what we're doing is that I want to come back here and play, but we want to keep trying playing new places, showcasing new places. But this is a place that, especially middle of summer, like we paid $25 spring rate to play here today, and I felt like we just fleeced the course for that. Love it or hate it, you're not finding Arnold Palmer's first design anywhere else. And that's really cool, so I will definitely come back.
It's lucky I grew up with this in my backyard, so very, very cool to bring these guys up here to see this and see a place where I worked, and I don't think I appreciated it as much when I worked here because I saw it every day. But coming home and getting to play it, that's cool.
And that's a wrap on Northwinds Peninsula Golf Club.